you are looking at what is most important, and that is not beauty. Okay. But when you start looking at somebody that you want to be your partner or your wife, somebody that you would like to end up in the future, and you're prioritizing what is not important first, that is how your home is going to crash.
True.
You understand?
True.
You want to look at... No, beauty is there because most ladies are beautiful, right?
Okay.
But that is not what you're looking. When you're speaking with a woman, you're listening to what she's saying, how she talks, her argument. Then you go to a restaurant, for instance, you're looking at how she's treating people there, right? Or how she acts when she wake up in the morning.
Okay.
This is during your courtesy or when you date.
When she wakes up in the morning, what do you mean by that?
Because that time you guys are really, really dating yourself. The video you're about to watch is with Mr. Mike. You guys know Mike, our EDA spokesperson here in Dubai. And you guys loved him. I'm not talking about South Africans. But today we are going to discuss about family value as Nigerians. And I'm saying this loudly with all my chest because of what we are contributing as Nigerians, taking Africans to the world. That is why I'm saying this. So we are going to learn about family value from us, what it means to raise the children. And according to Mr. Mike, there is a difference between inclusivity, bringing ladies to what you are doing, but not being actual equal. I think you guys should watch this video. You are going to learn a lot because I also learned a lot. Maybe most of you have not heard me speak. I always ask questions, but you've not heard me say things that is in my mind or somebody try to interrogate me. I think that this video explains everything. When you watch this video and watch it thoroughly, you will understand the man called Vicinfluential. Thank you and see you. Welcome to Vicinfluential. Today we are going to talk about our values as Africans, but everything we are going to talk about, we'll base it in Nigeria because while we need to draw points from Nigeria, Nigeria is the biggest population in Africa. And also, I will brag that Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa. So everything that we're going to talk about will always draw a reference from Nigeria. Mr. Mike, welcome to Vicinfluential.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Victor, the Vicinfluential.
Yes. How have you been?
I've been all right. Thank you for having me today. It's quite... It's going to be an amazing day, I believe.
Yes.
Full of impact and knowledge.
Yeah, so anytime I want to talk about where we're from, I would like to have you on Vicinfluential because I know that you are EDA spokesman, kinsman.
Thank you.
So I think most Africans or people that knows you broadly will always want to hear what you're saying. Like they will also want to hear your opinion. That is why it would be good to always bring you on the show.
Thank you.
So can you guarantee us at least once in a month on Vicinfluential?
I'm at your service, for you and for the audience. Yeah.
All right. So I want to go straight to the point.
All right.
I would like to know what's your kind of woman as an African and as a Nigerian?
Sorry, ask that question again.
No, what is your kind of woman as an EDA spokesperson or somebody that wants to live exemplary life?
Okay.
You want to always stay strong like a man.
Okay.
You want to always pass a good a message to the younger ones or anybody around you. If that is what you're standing for, what is your ideal woman?
Is this a personal question or you're asking what an ideal woman looks like generally?
Ideal woman for you as an EDA spokesman or somebody that wants to influence the youth positively. What's your ideal woman?
All right. So I would answer it in two ways. All right. Firstly, I would answer personally, and secondly, I would answer it broadly.
Yeah.
In a way that I would say an ideal human should look like or should be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So to start with, there is no yardstick to these things. We have differences in ideas, differences in opinions, differences in exposure. All right?
If you are the one choosing.
But looking for, if I am the one choosing.
If you're the one choosing. I told you if you're not going to be political, this podcast will be very engaging if you will not be political.
I'm not a politician yet.
Okay. So
All
let's
right.
see.
So an ideal human for me is we'll start from the apex, like we'll start from the most important thing.
Okay.
Which is a person who has got conscience, a person who has got fear for something. I would say fear for God, all right? Fear of God, all right? A person who can listen, all right? Because there would be disputes in marriage, okay? But when you have a person who is very conscious and considerate about what they do, and they have a fallback, a person who they can pray to and he listens, that is going to be the topmost priority. Now, there is this thing they call the love language, all right? So if at all it exists, and if at all it's something that is working, I would say that there is this one they call act of service, act of service, all right? A person that is very supportive, a person that, for instance, you as a visioneer, I have got a lot of vision I want to achieve personally, okay? So if a lady is coming not to help me achieve those vision, at least she should not, taint the vision. All right, she should not mar the vision. So a person who is able to support that vision, that goal we want to achieve. Okay. Now a person who I said it before, listen. Now that listen in the sense of submission. I would want to highlight what I mean by submission very well, because it is being mistaken out there very, very broadly. Because our new generation, they see submission as slavery. Okay, so that is not, in fact, for me personally, coming to my life as a lady and you act as a slave, you're not going to fit in what I want.
So I want to, you're not thinking from back then. You know, we are going, and the young ladies now, and new trends now, new knowledge, I would say new knowledge coming in.
Okay.
People, things that ladies want to learn or how they want to live now.
Yeah.
There are some also factors you need to consider before saying being submissive.
Okay.
All this kind of thing. So also consider this before you...
I'm still, when I say submissive, I was going to break it down to say when I say submissive, I don't mean slavery. All right. What do I mean by submissive? A lady submits when she respects. A lady submits when she... For instance, if I'm not an organized person, a lady submits when she's able to at least organize the house, when she listens. Now, I also have my role to play when I love, when I protect, when I provide, when I sacrifice. These are things I should do as a man, all right? So, talking about the ladies also, there is a view we also have to put into perspective. A lot of guys have mistook the idea of submission to be something that is very, very negative now. That is why we are in this feminism kind of trend and all. So that is why we have this feminism kind of trend, all right? A lot of pollution has been in the air there, and ladies, they want to be independent, they want to be feminist and all, making marriages to crash, making marriages not to work out well. So my ideal kind of lady is, there is a few things, and these few things I've mentioned to you. There could be more, because see, visions change per time, goals change per time. It depends. If, for instance, now what I'm doing, this is the type of lady I want. If I get to change whatever I'm doing, maybe politically or something tomorrow, and I'm married, I will tell my wife, the vision has changed, all right? So look at what we are pursuing. Look at what we want to achieve, all right? So she comes into the picture, and I am a core fan. I've said it before over and over. I'm a core fan of gender inclusivity, all right? When I say gender inclusivity, I believe in the competence of ladies. I believe in the contribution of ladies. I believe that ladies, they have a lot of value and things to impute in the family to make whatever vision, family vision, a success.
You are the guy of inclusivity, not equality.
No. Inclusivity in the sense that I am bringing, when you say equality, I am a Christian, all right?
Yeah.
And we have a template, okay? The template is the Bible or the Word of God.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So equality, I don't know what you mean by equality.
No, you said inclusivity, right?
Yeah, inclusivity.
Yeah. You are the guy of ladies inclusivity.
Yeah, I support inclusivity.
Yeah. So I'm asking you, you mean inclusivity, not equality?
There are two different things, actually.
Yes.
A person can be included. You can include a person in your business.
But you guys are not equal. I'm just trying to get the picture.
When you say equal, what do you mean? Let me be.
Equal means only one thing.
So you're trying to say 50-50?
Yeah, equal.
So
or 25-25. It depends on. But however you want to divide it is equal.
No, see, I will tell you, for a lady who actually wants a successful marriage,
yeah,
all right, they would not even want to agree to that thing we call 50-50 or that thing we call equality. Why is a lady needs to be pampered, a lady needs to be taken care of, a lady needs to be provided for, a lady needs to be protected.
That lady that don't want to be 50-50, is she not educated or exposed?
What is the role of education? Like education, okay, education has a very good role to play.
There is a reason why I asked this question, right? Because why I asked this question now, that lady that don't want 50-50, is she not educated or exposed?
Okay.
The reason why I asked this question because you know, this gender equality and feminism, the headquarters is in US.
Okay.
And everybody will take it that anybody that is saying I am equal to a man or whatever you can do, I can do it. Okay. Because of that person is speaking polished English, they will think that person is well educated or that person knows exactly what she's doing, right? Okay. So why I ask you this question, the person that doesn't want 50, that wants to be under a man, is she not educated? So that the person that will listen to this will actually understand what that American lady is doing, you understand, and what she's doing.
Okay, see, I would want to reiterate that it is not in my position to criticize whatever choice of life a person chooses to live, all right? So wherever they are in the US, the UK, they want to do whatever they are doing. If it is okay by them, it's fine.
Yes.
We are talking about we are looking at Nigeria
and Africa,
and Africa in general, okay? So if it is working for them in US, where maybe they split the bills, where they have equal right and all. I mean, even in Nigeria, I would not say they do not have equal rights. However, Nigerian men or African men are known or meant to be co-providers, okay? Co-providers in the sense that you have to be a leader in your home. You have to represent, you have to protect, you have to provide, you have to care for your family, all right? So this is my viewpoint. If somewhere else, they are having a separate viewpoint where they say that they are doing 50-50, they are being, you know, whatever they are doing that is working for them, that's fine. But this is my opinion.
So you want a lady that will listen to you?
Yes, and I'm a good listener as well.
Yeah, no, what I mean by you want a lady that will listen to you, you said a lady that will build your home, a lady that will nurture your kids.
No, I'm not looking for a lady that will build my home. I am the core builder.
Okay.
I am going to be the leader. I'm going to be the visioneer. I need a lady that would organize. I need a lady that would, you know, be able to look beyond the things I see. All right. As a man, maybe I'll be standing very tall. My mind will be, you know, a lot of places. How to provide for the kids, how to bring my family and give them the best of culture, the best of discipline and all. But there are little things I might not be able to see. This is the place where my wife comes in, all right? Now, my wife is able to support me. I bring out idea. There is a contract. You hit a contract, and you look for a person to talk to about a contract. Your wife should be the first person you talk to about a contract to say, what's up? Look at this proposal is coming. What should we do? I am not saying that you should marry somebody that her IQ is, you know, on top there, but you can groom the person. Even if the IQ is not okay, is not so okay, you can groom the person. You can let the person in. That is where gender inclusivity comes in. Let the person in. Let them know what you are doing. Give them, you know, hints, ideas, links for research, to go and make research. Give them videos to see, to watch, so that they will learn. You give them time also. Don't choke them. When they have been able to learn, you now start engaging them, start bringing them in. And they might be the people to give you the best of ideas in a very short time.
You have a policy. You have an open door policy of inclusivity.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but a closed door policy of equality.
What do you mean by equality? Again, I'm asking.
No.
Because I need to
no, we understand. No, why? No, because I need a... somebody that listen to this will get your submission and also understand where you're going.
It depends
right?
on what you call.
No, I already understand what
equality,
you mean.
yeah.
No, I already understand what you
Okay.
mean. But that lady that you want to marry that will do all this, she's not going to be a career woman.
When you say do all this,
No, I understand.
Okay.
I understand because it's not a hard thing. If you are going to provide,
Okay.
it takes so much to provide. It takes mental strength to provide. It takes physical strength to provide. It takes sleepless nights to provide. So if you're going to provide and take care, whatever she's going to do is not too much.
Okay.
It's just to be accountable to home.
Okay.
But the lady that will do this thing that you want her to do, she's not going to be a career woman.
Okay, I will tell you. See, contrary to what you think that it is not too much, for me it is even more than what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right.
That's
so
a good one.
to take care of kids, for instance.
Yeah.
All right. To be there for the kids, to help them in their lectures, to be able to listen to them, their cries and all.
Yeah.
It is far beyond whatever I am doing is I'm helping an organization.
You are
grow.
generous. I also hope they understand it like that.
Whoever I'm going to get married, of course, she would. I
Okay.
mean, I'm not going to get married to a random kind of lady out there. I'm going to marry whoever God has destined for me to marry. All right. So now I would understand that she is even doing more than myself. Okay. So I will be willing to give her every required support that she needs to make her home run well and run better.
Yeah.
Talking about if she's going to be a career lady or woman or not, of course she would be a career person, okay? And I know she would want to pursue careers, because even if she does not have it in mind, coming to be with me, all right, maybe for the first 1 month you be with me, you be like, I'm not doing so much. By the time I bug you with a lot of information to say I am going here, I have a meeting with it, maybe she checks my calendar, she sees that 25 days out of 30 days I'm going to come back home late because there is one meeting, there is one engagement. She will be eager to belong. She'll be eager to start something. Even if I tell her directly and she's not getting it, when she sees these things happening, she would want to get better. That is why I said a lady that is open to learning, that listens.
So when she finds out that her man is not a lazy guy, she would like to follow along or follow his lead.
Hopefully.
Okay. How can you explain this, or what do you understand as Nigeria is the biggest economy.
Okay.
Some people will argue this thing, right? But you will look at it like this. Before coming to this podcast, I did some research, or I've been doing exactly, because I know the people that will go to argue about what I'm saying, that Nigeria is the biggest economy. Nigeria will be the biggest economy judging from the GDP, because Nigeria has the biggest population, right? I think the second populous African is Ethiopia, right? But the people doing extremely well economy in Africa is Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt. Yeah. So these three people, but culture, pushing Africa to the world, doing everything, music, football, every other thing that is taking Africa to the world, I think Nigeria contributes a significant amount to this thing.
Agreed.
So that is why I am always using Nigeria as a reference point to whatever I'm saying.
Okay.
So this question that I just asked you now, right? Most of the Nigerian men, or maybe Igbo men, they always want their men to, I want to lead, you understand? And I want my man to follow.
Sorry, say that again.
I want to lead as a man.
Okay.
And I want my woman to follow.
Okay.
You understand? That means it's also inclusive, like you said. Inclusivity policy, not equality, right?
Okay.
So if this is what Nigerians are doing, that is what I think every other Africans are doing. Why I said this is because the Western world, or every other person in the world, is taking step after America.
Okay.
Right? So, Nigerian men, or within podcasts, or most other people, they want to stand as a man. Most Nigerian guys, they want to stand as a man, and their lady or their wife to watch what they are doing and follow suit, right? So if the largest population in Africa and the biggest economy, both in everything, tech, production, culture, anything, Nigeria is basically, let me say, 30% pushing Africa to the world stage, right?
Okay.
If Nigeria is doing all these things, other Africans should follow suit, emulate, right?
Okay.
And now, we want culture-based family.
Okay.
We want to project family values.
Okay.
Where our son will not wake up tomorrow and say, I don't feel like a man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because that is not who we are. Is not, no matter, some people are trying to promote it right now, traveling to Ghana, traveling to Uganda, trying to promote this thing that is alien to Africans. But we are here to say, this is who we are, right? And most Africans, what they practice is gender inclusivity, not gender equality. And if you understand it more, there is something I always admire or find, let me use the word sexy when I see a woman. Is how she talks, how she argues, how she behaves, everything. So I would not like a woman when I'm saying something at the pace that I'm saying something, argue, standing up, she's standing up the same way. I would look at that person like a man.
Okay.
So it's not sexy.
Okay.
It's not attractive. It's not romantic in any way for for a woman to be dragging or whatever, want to stay at the same pace with a man, right?
Okay.
And if a woman really knows what her power is and utilizes that power, that is staying feminine. Okay. She'll get whatever she wants.
Okay, so just before you round up, I would want to make a very quick comment. See, I understand the fact that men, especially from the African descent, we want ladies that listen. When you're saying a lady should sit, a lady should keep quiet, in so much that we are egoistic in nature, the men, it is also very important that we don't shut the women up all the time, all right? There are men that are difficult to manage. There are men that are authoritative, all right? There are men also that are selfish, self-centered.
This is human being in general.
Now, not all. There are people that are very considerate and generous, okay? They want to get feedback. For instance, if you're doing something that is not right, all right? And your lady is telling you that, I don't know, what name do you like to be called when you get married?
Me?
Yes.
What?
What name do you like to be called, or would you want to be called?
I don't know.
When you get married?
I don't know.
So you want your wife to call you Victor?
I don't know.
Okay.
I like people calling me Mr. Victor.
Mr. Vicinfluential, all right? I do not like, your wife is speaking now. Yeah. I do not like the way you talked to me out there. Next time, if I do something that
it's not in my nature to be rude. I don't even like it.
I'm just giving you an example, not because it is you, but I'm telling you because, we are out there. We see what's happening there, all right? So many men are suffering in marriage. Ladies are also suffering in marriage, but I'm just giving you an example of a lady that is being subjected to torture, emotional torture, as a result of the ego of a man, all right? So the lady talks to you to say that, Mr. Victor, Vicinfluential, I do not like the way you talked to me out there. Next time, if I do something that you do not like, please talk to me in private, because when you talk to me out there rudely in the public, you make your friends and people disrespect me, all right? Now, a sensible man, even if you do not want to accept immediately to say, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen again, you should at least keep quiet. If you don't want to accept it immediately, you should keep quiet. Maybe when you're fine, you tell your wife that you're sorry, that it's not going to happen again. But you're going to see a lot of men. Who are you to talk to me that way? I am the man, you are the lady. Shut up. I can do anything I want. Now, that is slavery. You do not expect a lady not to speak up when she's maltreated. You do not expect a lady...
That is being abusive.
Yes, not to express her anger, her wrath, whatever it is, because you are being the man and because we are not doing 50-50. Okay, so it is good that we also let people know not to abuse the not doing 50-50 we talk about, all right? So it is very important that we know that these people they are humans also. When you say you are in a marriage, you're not the only person in the marriage. You have a lady, you guys are being married together. All right, so you guys made the vows together. Even if you're doing it traditional things we also done together. All right, so it is very, very important that you should respect the woman as much as she respects you. Okay, do not abuse them. It's very important.
There is something we'd always say that we compromise. If I am as a man, right? Okay. When I get married and started having an offspring, right? I will always want my offspring to emulate me, to watch me. Everything I'm doing, I would like them to act like me when they grow up, right? So this is my mindset. I would like to be a good role model. So everything I'm doing with my wife, I already have that at the back of my mind that the children are watching.
All right. So I have a question for you, Mr. Victor. You said you want to be a very good role model. Now, my question is, how do you know that what you're doing is the best you can do? And if you're not open to learning, do you think that your son or your daughter being exactly like you, like a carbon copy of you, do you think that that person is going to be able to break through in years to come? What you're doing right now, whatever it is you're doing, how sustainable it is. I'm not talking about your career right now. I'm talking about your personality, your values, how sustainable it is, and how is it going to be in the next 20, 30 years when your children grow up?
You know, I don't want them to be my carbon copy.
Okay.
But I'm always open to learning.
Okay.
No, that is okay, let me tell you, the men I respect is the men I learn things from. I love wisdom so much that if I'm learning something from you, I will always love to be around you.
Okay.
I don't care about anything else. I don't care how much I'm going to spend to come close to you. If I'm getting something from you, I will always want to be close to you.
Okay.
This is me. I value knowledge. I value adding something more than every other thing in the world. More than every other thing in the world.
So when you say you're going to be a role model to your children, what do you mean?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Now, I know what is family value.
Okay.
Or a good family value.
What is family value, please?
A good family value.
What is good family value, please?
Okay. A good family value, me being as a man, I need to lead by example. One, I need to provide. I need to strive to provide, even if I did not get it. Right? I need to put in 100% effort to provide. It's not more that I will get it, but I will put in effort. I need to show care. Right? I need to try as much as I can, humanly possible, to protect. I need not to be abusive. I'm not going to tell, I'm not doing it now, so there's no way I'm going to do it when I get married, telling my wife or whoever around me abusive word. I don't do it now, so I cannot do it in the future. So, and when my son, for instance, tells my daughter something that is bad, I need to caution him there, right? You cannot do this. And I will give example why he cannot do this.
One quick question.
Yes.
The things you highlighted as family values, let's assume they are the things you're going to do. I mean, because this is oral and it's theoretical. We've not seen the practical, right?
Yeah.
We've seen men do this and beyond, all right? All the things you mentioned, we've seen men do them and beyond, but their homes still crash, all right? Yeah.
Yes.
So they don't have sustainable homes. So do you think that your home is going to be sustainable when you do these
There
things
are two factors that will lead to home crashing.
Okay.
One of it is getting a bad woman as your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Second is if you cannot fund the expenses of your home.
Why will you get a bad woman?
That's a good question. But one of the things that is going to crash your home is if you cannot fund the expenses of your home.
No, you mentioned provision, which means you're already providing. So I'm saying that all these things, if you're doing them and the home is still in jeopardy, the home is still in problem. So why does it happen?
Okay. When I ask you that question, what is your ideal woman? Do you know that you never mentioned beauty?
No, I didn't.
Yeah?
I forgot to mention beauty.
No, you did not forget.
No, beauty is
you did not forget. What you did was you prioritized what is necessary, what is paramount, what a man should look out for. Beauty can be there, but it's not necessary or it's not important. So,
are you speaking for yourself or
no,
for me?
I'm speaking from what I learned, and I wanted to ask you that question. I wanted to tell you that, do you know that you did not mention beauty? Right?
Yeah.
It means that you're prioritizing family value, you're prioritizing respect, you're prioritizing community, you're prioritizing your offspring.
Okay.
Because the kind of person that you're going to get as your spouse, as your partner, is person that is going to leave your legacy when you're not there.
True.
So,
agreed.
Because of that, you are looking at what is most important, and that is not beauty. Okay. But when you start looking at somebody that you want to be your partner or your wife, somebody that you would like to end up in the future, and you're prioritizing what is not important first, that is how your home is going to crash.
True.
You understand?
True.
You want to look at... No, beauty is there because most ladies are beautiful, right?
Okay.
But that is not what you're looking. When you're speaking with a woman, you're listening to what she's saying, how she talks, her argument. Then you go to a restaurant, for instance, you're looking at how she's treating people there, right? Or how she acts when she wake up in the morning.
Okay.
This is during your courtesy or when you date.
When she wakes up in the morning, what do you mean by that?
Because that time you guys are really, really dating yourself.
When she wakes up in the morning.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying I don't understand this side.
I wanted to understand. So the character you display in the morning is going to be different from the character you display in the afternoon and in the evening.
I
Is
don't
that what you mean?
understand.
You said how she acts when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, the display of character, is it going to be different in the morning, in the afternoon? And
You
at
get
night?
some women, if they wake up in the morning,
Okay.
they will just put on wrapper.
Okay.
They go sit down outside. They find who they will talk with.
This is in marriage or
Yeah.
in marriage?
In marriage, in dating, there are women that they always want to greet neighbor,
Well,
this
why
neighbor.
should you live
They
with
want to see all the
Why should
neighbor.
you live with a lady without marriage?
See now, that's a good question. If you're dating, you guys can live together.
Oh,
you guys
really?
cannot?
That is not.
No, you guys cannot?
No, that is not amongst my values.
Okay. So you don't date?
That is not also. See,
No.
This
No.
is,
The people we are talking to now, the people that is going to listen to this podcast, they are all dating.
They are all dating.
Yes.
So when you're dating,
And if I have a girlfriend now, she will stay with me.
she's going to live with you.
I'm not saying she's going to leave.
Okay.
She can come for weekend. She can come for 1 month. She can come for months.
Okay, so that we have differences in that actually,
Yeah,
because that is not amongst my values.
Yeah.
Okay, so like again, I would want to reiterate that.
Okay, let me understand why it's not one of your values. You're going to because I really need to get. You will pray if this is your will.
It's not part of my belief system. All right.
What
So
is not part of your belief system?
whatever you've mentioned now, that she has to be there for 1 month, for 3 months, and all, it's not part of my belief system. All right.
Okay.
So there are people that believe also that before they get married to a lady, she has to be pregnant for them. All right. So I mean, that also is not part of my belief system. Okay. So, like I was saying, I would want to reiterate to say that I do not oppose whatever it is that you believe. It is your belief. It is what you work with. It is working for you.
How do you understand her? How do you study her? If that is what you want to do, how will you understand her?
Yeah, when you asked me the first question, the first thing I mentioned to you was consciousness, the fear of God, the belief. So we have a person we call God, or a being we call God.
Yes.
All right. So he has got a very pivotal role to play in our marriage, in our choice of who to marry. All right. So there is God. There is discernment of the Spirit. There's what we call discernment of the Spirit. All right.
Yeah.
So what this does is discernment of the Spirit is able to tell you that, okay, there are things that need to be worked on in this person's life. All right. When God is giving you a go ahead to say, go and get married to this person, He is also giving you the ability, the capability to be able to manage things that might arise in marriage. So this is the way I take my decision when it comes to not just marriage.
So you don't study?
Of course, I do study.
What you say now is you need to pray about that person you need to marry.
Yeah.
If God will say this is your wife.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if that is the way you are going to say, that is a core Christian way of getting a woman to marry.
Okay.
That means she will not visit you at home.
It is not again part
Don't
of my
smile.
belief
Don't
system.
smile. If you guys because if you smile, it's going to take me to another question.
No, see, now when you talk about, you mentioned something before to say, I don't study.
Yeah.
The Bible says.
No, I asked you. I did
don't
not
wanna
say
talk
you don't
about
study.
Bible. I don't want to talk about Bible.
No, you can. Yeah, you're a Christian. I'm a Christian.
Okay.
You can talk
The Bible
about
says study to show yourself approved. All right. So even though it was not necessarily talking about marriage, now look at where study comes to play.
Yeah.
All right. So God is not going to come and tell me that your wife likes pepper soup. Your wife likes going out. Your wife is an adventurous
Your life
individual.
like talking all the time because I don't like talking all the time.
Yeah. So now, when I know these things, when I study this is where the place of study comes in.
Yes.
When I study these things, I will try to build my home. I'll try to make my home work. Okay. I'm coming back from work. Oh, my wife likes this ice cream. I get to buy it and bring it for
Of
her.
course.
So now, this is the role of study, not the other way around. I don't know your view of study.
No, what I'm very, very sure you understood what I mean.
What do
What
you
I
mean?
meant was
Yeah.
understanding that lady.
Okay.
Understanding her, the kind of person she is.
Would she have to stay with you for 3 months before you understand her?
No. It's not much that she will stay straight 3 months. So if you guys are okay, you're saying that I don't know if it's courtesy or dating. The one you say you guys will not date, you're going to do courtesy or what?
Courtship.
Courtship. Okay. So you will only be seen outside. Anytime you're inside the house, you have to have a third person there.
Okay, I'm not against you saying inside the house. I'm not against it, but I want to ask, what is your reason?
No,
for seeing her inside the house. I'm not against it,
yes,
but I'm just asking.
Yes, if you and that person stays in the house, this is what I understand, right?
Yeah.
For a little while, maybe 1 week, 1 month, you're going to understand how she treats her home.
Okay. After staying for 1 month, 3 months, and
this is if you're taking that person serious.
Okay, so let's assume you date this person for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, for instance.
3 years.
1
year.
Years. 1 year. Okay, 1 year. She gets to come, stay 1 month, stay 2 months, and all. Then you were watching to see if this is what you want.
So you will not, if you have somebody that is serious, the person will not have your second key.
No, I'm asking a question before I answer this.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if she stays 1 month and all in your place, and you get to realize that this is not the kind of person you want. Yeah. After 1 year, what will happen? You kick her away, right? Now she goes to another man.
What kick her away?
If you get to realize, according to you, you have to study, you have to see.
She can be the one kicking me away.
Let's assume that you did not find what you want in her, all right? And you don't want to continue, all right? So you get to tell her, I cannot continue, I cannot proceed in this relationship, all right? That ends, right? She goes to another man. And that man also will try same thing you try. You bring in another lady. You try that same thing with lady. So why is it revolving that much?
But I've not been doing that for a while. And I am also not this kind of person that says it might be wrong in many ways, but I don't do that. I don't like it.
Okay.
If I'm going to ask a girl out, maybe I've talked with her more than 5-6 times. It's not... I can see her in a restaurant, or I can see her...
How do you ask a girl out?
I can see her someplace, we talk. But I'm not going to tell her, I would like you to be my girlfriend.
How do you ask her out?
No, we talk. We always starting from talking.
When was the last time you asked a girl out?
It's been pretty long.
Like how long?
My last girlfriend was 2016. Last girlfriend was 2016. Since that time, I've not had any girlfriend.
Anyways, let's not go personal. That's fine.
You wanted to know on the podcast. You don't want me to ask you?
No, let's not go personal. Of course, you can ask me, but it depends on...
Okay, I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. It's my fault, I think. It's my fault. I don't know why it's like that. So I think that experience was... I don't know how I should put it. That is why it didn't work. But that does not mean... You understand?
Sorry, I don't understand. That does not mean...
That does not mean that we don't understand. So let's proceed.
Okay.
So if I am going to be a good role model for my offspring, I know what is good. I know what is bad.
Are you sure the good you know is good enough?
I know what is good.
Is it good enough?
At least I know what is good for my son or daughter to see Either in the morning and say good morning to start with. No, listen now. Okay. To start with, or if you are fault at something, you will not say sorry. If you see somebody hurting, you will not feel emotion because of somebody's hurting. I will also know how to let my son not allow anybody to bully him. You cannot bully any of my son. It's not possible.
What are you going to, what are they supposed to do?
No, you cannot.
What are they supposed to do? Fight?
How? You cannot bully me. And I know why you cannot bully me.
What are you going to do? Fight?
No, it's not. How long did I fight last?
When was the last time you fought?
I cannot remember. It's been very, very long. Maybe since secondary school.
How do you stop people from bullying you?
I know you cannot bully me now.
Why? How?
You need to be outspoken.
Okay.
You need to be very, very outspoken. Your son or your daughter should be very outspoken. Okay. They need to know when somebody is trying to take them for a ride. You understand? You need to understand that this person is taking you for a ride. If it's something you don't want to talk about, you just let it play and know when to walk away. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
Or you also need to be able to defend yourself. My son or my daughter will need to be able to defend themselves.
Okay.
So if I understand that you cannot bully me right now, you cannot bully any of my offspring.
Okay.
That is to start with.
Copy it.
So I also know that you need to respect your elder. You need to learn how to provide. You need to be, how should I say this, sleeping every time. Sleeping, you cannot stay. You need to learn how to learn some things.
Who sleeps, the man or the lady?
Man sleeping. So there are so many people he's a child, don't disturb him, or why she's the only daughter, why are you disturbing him, or she's the only son.
You're talking about how you want to train your offspring.
Is this, there are people that if you ask them, who is your role model, right? They will say my son, my father or my mother. If you ask them to explain why this person, you will see what they will be telling you. There are also people that don't want to see or hear from their father or their mother. If you ask them, you will also be, she was selfish, he never cared, something like that, right? There is no way, if I'm earning salary, I will earn 50,000 or 20,000, right? And
Naira or USD?
What is Naira? You earning Naira right now? You earning right? That is just instant. Take that any currency you understand, right?
Okay.
I'm taking 50, and 50 is a huge significant amount. Can take care of buy car, fuel, take care of everything in the house. If you're getting that good amount in a month, can take care of anything.
Also depends on currency, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are here. We are not in Nigeria.
Okay.
So you cannot say, okay, my daughter, my son had a good grade. Okay, let me take them out because of that good grade. Right? Or, okay, every time that you wake up in the morning, you dress your bed, the son or the daughter, you make your bed, not nanny or not mommy or somebody helping you. Now you know that you need to make your bed every morning. Okay, I'm going to buy you ice cream because you're making your bed. You understand, right? Or junior and senior, not me. The junior and senior was going out. Somebody tried to pick on the junior, and the senior stood for him, right? Okay, you come back. I'm buying you this thing because you stood for your junior, right? Okay, this is the daughter, right? You are treating your brothers like a king. This is why I'm getting you this thing because of this thing you're doing. You're treating your sisters like a queen. This is why I'm getting you this thing. They need to know why I'm doing all these things.
Okay, so you're talking about family values.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask a quick question.
Yes.
I think I asked a question you've not answered. I said,
what is that?
We have families that do this and more. All right, so
yeah. Why did it crash?
Yes.
I tell you, because when choosing that woman, you did not prioritize what is important. You were looking.
So whose fault is it? Not prioritizing what is important.
It's the man.
The man's fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing, right? There are some things I think you cannot know when you were trying to understand that woman.
Yeah.
There are things maybe you don't know how much lady cares when you cannot provide. There are some things it will be rosy, and at some point the man cannot provide, maybe sickness or anything. Now
True.
the man is in a situation where he can tolerate everything. I think during that one, maybe during when you were trying to know the lady or dating the lady, she could not show you this aspect.
Okay. I wanted to ask you a question. Why did you choose the topic of family values and all? So what is your aim? What message do you want your audience? Okay.
I think that any family that did not prioritize family value, most of the offspring of that family becomes nuisance in the society. You understand?
Are you speaking from experience?
No, I'm speaking from experience, but not personal experience.
Whose experience?
I'm speaking from what I have observed, from the knowledge I have gotten in the world, from things I have seen or read.
Which part of the world?
The world at large.
Which part?
At large.
No, I mean, can you be a bit specific?
Okay. Let me use Nigeria as an example, or let me say Igbo, for example. If our family, our grandmother or our fathers grew old, we don't put them in somewhere. They grew old with us and died there. It doesn't matter how long they were going to grow. It doesn't matter how much mess they make in the house. This is one. Another thing is, if we have a family member that has mental issue, we don't kick the person out. Even if when that person cannot stay in the house, we also know where that person is in the city or in the village. If it happens that in a day, you don't know where that person is, maybe the senior or the father or the mother might ask, have you given this person food? You understand? That person is not okay. Maybe she might be running around in the street, but family member will be going to give him or her food. That is what we do. Most people don't do that. That is family value.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And there is this thing, family value right now can also prevent some children going out, causing mayhem in the society, robbing, fighting every time, belonging to all these things that is just being a nuisance in the society.
So
you understand?
I would just want to quickly top up on that to say that, see, the society we talk about, the states, provinces, countries, and the world we talk about, it starts from the family, all right? So a book, holy book, or unholy book, how do they say? Is it a holy book or unholy book? Says that if the foundation be spoiled, right? So the foundation matters. I want to agree to what you've said to say that when families do not take proper care of their children, they get to cause mayhem in the society. There was a video that was making the round some time ago where a lady posted a video on the internet. She was half naked somewhat, and she made that video. The family called her to come home. She was stripped naked. They flogged her so badly. They poured water on her, flogged her. So the mindset of the family was to discipline that girl so she does not go back to it again. Okay? And the process of it, the girl died actually. All right? So the family members, they were arrested and all. I don't know the end of the story. But the point was, some people came out to argue that this lady was not trained well. This lady,
she was not trained well.
If the family, so also you should understand that
you're a Christian. I'm a Christian. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should grow.
Now, so there are so many factors that influence the behavior of children. Yes. I will tell you. There are people that got the best of trainings from their homes, all right? When they leave the house, when they leave, factors like friends, factors like environment, factors like who is very close to you, factors like the social media.
Children that can easily influence.
Yeah, social media, all right? So these things can actually change a person. I tell you the truth, I lie not. They can change a person. I've seen a few persons that actually were giving birth to in a very good home, where they give the parents kudos to say these guys, they are doing so well in the lives of their children. All right. So because of maybe negligence somewhat, the man is busy, the wife is busy somehow, and they don't give the children the best of time to know maybe one or two things they are doing that is not right, to correct it. Especially friends at that point in time, especially friends, okay? They are all about, especially Nigerian men, African men, they are all about providing for the family. That is why I mentioned to you that a lady should be able to organize that. The work of ladies in the house is even much more than the money I'm going to make. All right? So making money is just secondary.
I understand why you're saying all this, because if they becomes bad egg, everything spoils.
Yes.
I understand that.
Yes. So now they lost the child. Yeah. All right. Because of what she did. So many people were blaming the girl and the family and all. But we've forgotten that there is a place called the university. We've forgotten that there is a place called the environment, the society.
World.
Yes. Where people get influenced negatively. Yes. And there are people that when they get influenced, they want to fly out of this world. For instance, I have heard about a family I've not seen. I've heard about a family that they are very core believers. They have a religion. I don't want to mention the religion, but they are core believers. They don't even allow their children. Always their children, they are putting on long gowns. They go to school. They have drivers to bring them home. They have their private teachers. Whatever they need is provided inside the house. They are restricted from doing so many things. The woman goes to her place of worship. All right, whether mosque, church, or the traditional place. Say, my children, oh my God, they are like this. Well, my children, they are virgins. My daughters are virgins. They don't know men. They don't know anything. Now, it did not take up to 1 year. The woman was surprised that the daughter was pregnant. All right. How? They were wondering how. How did it happen? We don't allow this lady out. We don't allow her to mingle. But she got pregnant.
Yeah.
All right. So there are little things we need to put our eyes into. Of course, pregnancy is not a big deal in some part of the world. I mean, when a lady gets pregnant, it becomes a thing of celebration and all. But where we come from, our culture, we prioritize the lady getting pregnant when she's with a man. You know, this is not to mean that I promote. I want to see them less. No, if a lady gets pregnant, it's something of joy, but let it be done in the right way.
You know, there are things. in a situation or occasion or somebody that will say, I know you will understand this. If you are talking to people, be specific. Make them understand. Make sure that the message you are passing, they're getting it.
Yeah.
Why?
Because let it be relatable. All right? Relatable to them for them to avoid such mistakes.
Who does this mostly? Leaders.
Okay.
Or supervisors or managers.
Yeah.
Right? So you know something.
Okay.
And you want to pass it across.
Okay.
So you want to explain it as easy as possible and you want them to understand. You are vigorously explaining what you know to them.
Yeah.
Or you are vigorously installing a belief to their child.
Yeah.
Now, there is a reason why I want you to treat your sister like a queen.
Okay.
Now, also, that is, when you are doing that thing, you are installing leadership in him, or provision, how to provide. You're manhood in him, right? At the process of doing that, you will get to find out that maybe the pocket money you are giving this boy to go to school, when she comes back or she's saving it, or some point she's buying something for the daughter, for the sister, or for the junior one, right?
Yeah.
There is a reason why when the junior one wants to talk back at the senior, you say, no, we don't do this in this house. You are vigorously installing a belief to them. Now, there are things you cannot control. Those the ones, don't worry about it.
Like what?
No, there are things like the one you just mentioned now. You cannot control it. If we did, even you will get to find out right now that if we didn't, unless they're hiding it because they can hide it, they will do some things. You will not know what they did. You will say you want to swear that my sister, my daughter did not get pregnant before getting married.
One question for you. So why do you think we have things like iPhone, Samsung, OnePlus, and Techno, a lot of products, right? But you choose the one you choose.
Because you like. I think I like it.
Because you like it. Why do you like it?
Okay, I have tried Apple.
You've tried Apple?
I have tried Apple.
So the first time you tried Apple, why did you try it?
I want, it's a good product.
Okay.
It's a good product. It's a very strong product.
Okay.
I tried Apple. Apple was the longest device I have tried.
No, my question is, the first time you tried, why did you try it?
Because I wanted to choose. I wanted to know the one.
How did you hear about it?
How did I hear? No, it was given to me as a gift.
Oh, it was a gift. Which one? Which was the good phone you bought first by yourself?
Samsung, Nokia.
Nokia. So why did you buy it?
Nokia. That was the one I could afford that time.
Okay, let's assume now you have money.
Yeah.
Right. So which phone are you using right now?
Samsung.
Why did you buy Samsung?
I love it.
Why do you love it?
Because I've been using Android for a very long time. Since Nokia went out of market, I switched to Samsung, and I've been loving it.
Now, look at the point I was trying to bring is marketing. All right? So when you talk about parenting, when you talk about family values, marketing or influence is a factor that should never be underestimated. I'll tell you why. You're talking about being a role model to your children. If the influence they get out there is higher than your own influence, the life of those children, they are going to follow what they hear outside.
Yes.
That is all about marketing.
Yes.
Okay? So people, they use iPhone because it is everywhere. It is being marketed. People be like, oh, this guy is using iPhone. You be in a meeting room. Everybody places their phone on top of the table. Out of 10 people, 8 people are using iPhones. You want to belong. It is being marketed. You want to belong. You're using Samsung because you see your friends take nice pictures. You ask them, which phone are you using?
You want to belong is what you should teach your kids not to do.
Yeah, I'm giving you an example. I'm talking about influence. I'm talking about marketing.
Yes.
Okay. Now your kids, they also want to belong.
Okay.
It is not, the fault is not on you now. It is now they want to belong. That is why they are following what those their friends say the more. Okay. So that means you're not marketing yourself enough.
So you're not going to teach them to question?
To do what?
To question.
See, the point is, if your influence is not strong enough in their lives, they are going to follow after external influences.
You asked me, why do family crash?
Yeah.
I gave you 2 examples. What is that 2 examples?
You said not marrying a good wife.
Yes.
And second was what?
No,
money. You talked about finance.
Yes.
But
not providing.
Not being a good provider.
If you cannot take care of your your family in a providing aspect.
Okay.
Now, I told you, right? If my son did this
But
thing,
we have a lot of billionaires in dollars, in USD
no,
dollars.
forget billionaire is too
and
much.
their- and their- and their
Billionaires are
families.
not influencing us.
And their family. Of
The people,
who is saying so?
no. The people influencing us are the people that we can see. We can see every minute,
No, see.
and we are not seeing billionaires every minute.
No, see.
The only thing
talking about
the only thing we are
influence.
seeing is their products.
Yes, their product can influence us.
Yes.
So much.
What product? If we are going to their product can influence us, we can talk about cars.
Yes.
We can talk about something
We've
like
not
this.
seen Elon Musk before, but his influence is all over the world.
Because he's doing a good product.
No, whether good or bad, we are not talking about the goodness or the badness of the product. We are talking about these people at the top having the most of influence you can talk about in the world. You can never underestimate. In fact, there are a few persons that actually control the entire world. A few persons only. Whatever they say, we are talking about America being the world's biggest economy. Whatever they say becomes a standard for so many countries.
Yes.
All right. So whatever a billionaire comes to tweet, comes to say, just one line, it becomes a trend. These are influences that people follow after. These are trends. These are patterns. They build up system eventually.
Yes.
All right. So, but these guys, their wealth, their provision and all, their marriages crash. Not all.
No. These people that you're talking about now, they don't prioritize what we prioritize.
When you say we, what do you mean?
Africans and Nigerians.
Oh, okay.
You understand? They don't. These people that you're talking about now, just remember that there are people that are just fighting their way out of woke mind virus. And woke mind virus means that your son can wake up tomorrow and say that he's no longer a man. They are still fighting their way out of it. They are still trying to fight their way out of so many influence that doesn't make any sense. So this is who they are. It's okay. It's okay for them. This society you are calling now is where you will find a man that have married over 5 times. We don't prioritize that in Africa or Nigeria. We don't like that. That is business. So that is not the kind of sister or daughter you want to raise.
True.
So if that is not the kind of daughter you're going to raise, is you teaching your daughter how to see the son, how to see the brother as a king. And you're going to teach your son how to learn how to provide, how to learn how to be a man, how to learn how to stand up for the sister or for the junior one.
Yeah, agreed.
You understand?
Yeah.
So this is how you install masculinity in that boy. He learning how to provide for the junior one, for the people under them, learning how to protect them, learning how to provide for them. You are the person teaching. Now, this is the highest thing you can teach your boy. If you know business, you teach business. This is the highest you are going to teach your boy.
Okay.
If your boy grows up and decided that he doesn't feel like a man anymore, you've done everything you can do.
So I would want to use a core word that is termed as responsibility. All right. So it is very, very important that we raise responsible children, not just guys, but ladies as well. A responsible person would know what to do, when to do them, and how to do them. If they don't know how to do them, they can make research. They can ask questions. All right. So I believe that in this time that we tend to have people that are irresponsible, people that do not want to take responsibilities for their actions, people that want to make money just like they want to make ends meet anyhow it comes. All right. So we should be able to teach people our culture, where we are coming from. We should be able to teach people perseverance. We should be able to teach people reliability. We should be able to teach people integrity. All right. We should be able to teach people sustainability. When I say sustainability, I'm talking about whatever you have that will stand the test of time. All right. People should be able to man up to say, I am sorry, I have made this mistake. They pick up themselves and they proceed. They continue their journey. All right. So we have people that are so defensive in our present age. They don't want to take feedback. They don't want to take correction. A lot of people actually, of course, who are you to come and correct me? I have...
Why would somebody don't want to take correction?
Because they believe or they feel that who is that person to come and talk to them? Because of the kind of mindset they have. A lot of people are not open to learning. A lot of people, they give respect is accorded based on status. Okay, I only respect Vicinfluential because he's inviting me for podcasts, because he's got money, because he's got a nice apartment. The way I respect you is going to be different from the way I respect some other person there that does not have so
people are
much.
like that.
All right. So respect. A lot of people, respect is based on status for people, which
So
should
much
not be.
people are like that, yeah.
All right. So our core value as a society, as a community, should start from the basic things, just like you rightly mentioned. People should be able to acknowledge that this person is my relative, my brother, my sister, even though you are not blood related, but you should be there for people. You should have that heart of consciousness. You should have what we call empathy. Always try to put yourself in people's shoe. Always try to see what people are passing through. This way, we are going to build a very good society. And there is what we call parental pressure as well. All right. Talking about parental pressure, there are so many kids that are out there being involved in illegal things, being involved in things that are not okay. Why? Because their parents have said to them, have you not seen Mr. A? Have you not seen Mr. B? Mr. A bought car for the dad. Mr. B bought a beauty house for the mom. This one has happened. That one has happened. August meeting and the rest of them. Now, those things, they put the children under pressure. And the children, they want to outdo their equals. They want to do something that people will be like, oh, wow.
I told you when we just at the mid of this podcast, I told you cannot bully me.
Okay, yeah.
If they do that to me, they will not hear from me.
Now, this is
when I say you cannot bully me, it doesn't mean that it's just my friends. Anybody.
Now,
you cannot put pressure on me.
This is you. There is a word called strong personality. You might have a strong personality. Alhamdulillah. If you have it, you thank God. So many people are not like that. So many people do not have that strong personality to withstand or to withhold some of these pressures. All right? So if you're able to do it, think about others. Think about people that get involved in illicit activities just to be like their peers, just to be like their equals, just to answer names for their family. Okay, there's what we call also the parental ego or parental integrity. They just want that name. Some people have studied medicine in school just because their parents want them to study medicine, because they want to appear in the society to say my child, my son or my daughter is a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Against their wish, against their will. All right. So parents should be open. They should be diversified. They should be flexible to be able to know the needs of their children, to be able to know where they actually need support. All right. Not imposing what they want or what they think is best for the child. Let them be able to decide. Okay. So it is two ways. The children also and the growing youths, when they go out there, there are so many nice ways to make money. Apart from illegal things, there are so many nice ways to get good contacts, good network. Apart from illegal things, be patient. All right, patience is something that people do not have. The best way you're going to see it is people even watching. Maybe you send them a 2-minute voice record. They are impatient to even finish listening to it. They make orders online, for instance. It's going to take 5 minutes. They cannot even wait for 3 minutes. So. The attention span of people is getting low by days. So the society will get better when we have people that are very low-hearted, that persevere, that try to also be empathetic, listen to others, be flexible, hear others' opinions, and know what's up. I'm going to tell you something quickly. I was with one of my friends. I'm sorry I'm saying this here. I'm not going to call his name. Of course, nobody would know him. I was with one of my friends not so long. So he told me about a lady he wants to marry before now. All right. So I met him a few days ago. I was like, hey, bro, what's up? Are we going for your wedding this year? How is it going to be and all? He said they're no longer dating. I said, what is the problem? He said that the parents of the lady, they were giving him condition. I said, okay, what is the condition? He said that the parents of the lady wants them to get married and he should bring the lady over to where he is, because the guy is not in Nigeria. All right, he should bring the lady, and he said that he has decided whether he's in the US, he's in the UK, wherever he is, he's not going to carry his lady along with him. I asked him, okay, but why? He said, this is my decision. I said, okay, I agree, it is your decision, but why? He said, no, this is my mindset from time immemorial, so it has to be like that. All right. So I was like, do you think it is the best way to do this? I mean, you've dated this lady for 2, 3 years, 4 years, and the rest of it. And because of this, you want to break her. I said, no, when I decide, nobody can tell me what to do. If it is like this, it has to be like that.
I think it's because of what he's been hearing after our lady comes over, what they'll start doing.
Yeah.
I think that is the reason.
That could be a very good contributing factor. However, is it the best way to do it? I told him,
No,
bro,
it's not.
this is abroad.
I don't know. I don't see myself getting married and my wife is somewhere else.
Good. You
That
see?
one is me.
So I asked him, how often will you go see your wife? When is the next time you're planning? He said in 2 years' time. I said, okay, just let this lady be your sister. Be empathetic. Put yourself in the shoes of that lady. You stay abroad for 2 years, going to see your wife once. You spend maybe 1 month with your wife.
No, come on.
All right? So, and you leave again for another 24 months, not going to see your wife. How is that going to be fair? All right? So if you have the resources, if you have the if you can afford them, the affordability, you bring your wife and your children. Even if your children, they are not with you immediately, you can leave them with your parents or whichever. Be with your wife. All right? Even the Holy Book says, one will chase 1,000.
Even Bible.
That is Bible, the Holy Book. One will chase 1,000 and two will chase 10,000. All right? 2 good heads is of course better than one. So what am I trying to say? People should be able to be flexible. People should be able to be open-minded. Try to listen. Okay? I told him, you are abroad. If you break up that good relationship you've built for 4 years, just because you said she does not want to come and all, it might take you so long to get another person. Maybe in the next 2 years, you're looking for another person. Maybe if you want to get married from here, from where he is, or from Nigeria, wherever, it's going to take you some time. You're going to start knowing the lady again. You need to focus on your career. You need to focus on your life. You need to just settle something and let it go. So what am I saying in essence? That in our society, we should be able to understand people. All right? I should be able to understand your needs. I should be able to proffer solution. If I am not able to proffer solution, I should not be able to add to your problem.
Again, when this kind of thing is happening and the lady cannot exactly know what she wants, she cannot speak with the person that wants to marry her, this is when you will be in a relationship with your husband, or you will be in your husband's wife, and your parents will be detecting what is happening.
So for me, I would say that maybe that man is not man enough, in my opinion.
Okay.
Right? Why I say it's not man enough is you should be able to influence your family.
No, detecting what is happening in aspect of the daughter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not the man's house.
No, you should be able to influence your family. Well, if you marry a mommy's daughter, a mommy's girl, or a mommy's dad, or whatsoever they call it, and she's always talking with her parents, she's always relating.
No, you can do that. You can do that, but you need to understand that this is your home, and you need to build your home.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That the man needs to be a leader. You need to be able to influence your wife, because you're not. See, you people are different families from different states, maybe, and all. So when she's coming into your life, she's coming as a different person. All right. So you guys should be able to. That's where we call compromise. Okay, to adopt and adapt. Compromise. There are things you should leave when you get married. You are a bachelor right now, so whatever you're doing is what you deem fit.
I'm batching so hard.
You're you're batching so high and hard. Okay. Now, when a lady comes into your life, she used to be a spinster. That's what they call them, right? Yeah. Now, when she comes in, compromise will set in. All right. So you guys are going to meet somewhere. You people would, of course, have differences in idea, in ideology, belief system, and the rest of it. Now, you people should be able to meet somewhere to say, okay, I'm dropping this. To implement this. She will say, I'm dropping this to implement it. That way, you're able to
you will always compromise.
Yes, structure your home and give it a very good foundation and structure. All right. So if there is no proper structure for the house, for the home, now you realize that you people are just here and there chasing a lot of things.
Yeah, people that always say they don't compromise, it's not in their house, it's in their professional place.
Yeah, maybe.
In your house, you will always compromise.
You have to
compromise for wife, for child, for mother, you will always.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to bring this to a close, and this is actually cutting you off because I see that you are so much pumped. So we'll bring it. This is why we need to bring this back. We need to try to do this every month. I think we did last month also, right? Yeah. So we'll try to continue to always speak to our people because it's very, very important. Yeah. You know, just like you mentioned, America is the biggest economy, right?
Yeah.
But their culture or family breaking up, marriages are divorcing every time. So the families are not together. So right now, Trump comes and trying to bring back their family values, you know, man being man, woman being woman, and both recognizing each other, something like that. So no matter how successful you are, you need the family to understand that this is family.
Yeah.
And everybody should know what to do. Again, when the bottom is not good, usually or mostly the fault is from the up. right? So people that is always in charge, man, if you're in Africa, woman, if you're in the West, if you are in charge, try to know what is paramount, what is necessary and serious to take it.
Okay, conclusively, just because of our time, I would want the audience out there, everybody listening to us, to prioritize family. I'll tell you, because at the end of the day, you are coming from somewhere and you're going somewhere. There is a song that says, no matter where you are or no matter where you go, remember the road that leads you home. All right. So this is very, very important. I see people that are very irresponsible. I talk about responsibility a lot because I know what it means to be responsible. There are people that come to the UAE, for instance, Africans, I mean to say, that they might be earning well. Okay, let's say, I don't know what is well,
but they might be earning well.
Yeah, but let's say they are earning well. Okay, somebody earning above 10,000 and all. But you see that these people, they do not even care for their families, all right? They have some ladies out there, they spend most of their money, their time on, all right? So they don't even want to know what the family is going through.
And they have family back home.
They have family back home, all right? So now, when they get sick, when they are in problems, and maybe they are not married, okay, it is their aged mother at home that will be taking care of these guys. So it is very important that we out there, especially now that we are young.
I want to ask you, this kind of people, do you always roll with them?
No, I do not roll out with them.
Yeah.
I do not have them as friends. However, we could be business partners. We could discuss. I mean, I could go see them for things. They could come see me for things. It is quite very important that we know how to set boundaries. All right. So you can be my mentor, maybe in terms of podcasts, okay? I learned podcasting for you, but you cannot mentor me as regards to family, okay? Maybe you do not.
You say learn podcast from who?
No, I'm giving you an instance. So I'm learning from you, of course. You are my boss, right? You are my chairman. So now, learning from you, perhaps maybe I would not learn football from you because you don't know how to play football.
Okay.
Maybe I would not learn about family orientation. Maybe, okay? So now I can have businesses with those people, but they might not have that value as a family, all right? And we'll do things together. So to summarize what I've said so far, please, I want to encourage people to have their family values, okay? Always remember your family back home. Prioritize your family. Forget about, let us go to this party, let us take these ladies out there. If you go broke, those people that are going out with you, they are going to leave you. It is your family that whatever happens, they are going to call you family. Not all family, but 95%. They will always call you family from the Africa we are coming from.
Yes,
Thank you.
That is correct. And guys, we've come to the end of our podcast. If this is your first time coming across Vicinfluential, please be part of this community. We need you to subscribe. Put the notification bell so you know when you upload our next video. Thank you and see you next time.
Thank you.